Stephen Kinnock's a Labour MP who argues in favour of the Norway Plus model, which would see the UK remaining in the European Economic Area, the EEA, and joining a customs union with the EU. And Dr Philip Lee is a Conservative MP who's a patron of the campaign group Conservatives for a People's Vote. Thank you very much for joining us. Philip Lee, are you closer to getting another referendum tonight after everything that's gone on?
Well, I would agree with Chris's analysis at the end, actually. You just heard. Look, I mean, we're just edging towards a choice between no deal and a second referendum, and there isn't any other option that's going to transpire. So in view of the fact that Parliament is against no deal, it's pretty clear that that's the case. I can see no other way out of this other than pivoting to a second referendum. Remains to be seen how we get there, but I guess that's going to be the ultimate outcome.
Stephen Kinnock, is that how you see the next few weeks?
No, I see a clear majority emerging in Parliament for a Norway Plus option. I think that the two more extreme options of no deal at all or going to a second referendum are not going to command a majority in the House. So I think slowly but surely I hope that the Prime Minister will come to that view. We know there are at least 10 cabinet ministers who agree, and I hope she'll see that it's a way to get us out of this constitutional crisis.
Isn't one of the issues, though, with the Norway Plus model is that it doesn't really resolve the idea, the problems with the Irish backstop and the problem of the hard border?
Well, it does, because you've got the full single market alignment through the European Economic Area, and then we form a customs union, and on that basis you see the backstop falling away. That's something that needs to be negotiated during the transition period. What it is it's the only form of Brexit that has a chance of being fully negotiated and ratified before the end of the transition period, and that's what I think we have to push for, because it delivers the security and the stability and certainty that our business community and people across the length and the breadth of the country are crying out for.
Philip Lee, there's an answer for you.
Well, it isn't an answer, is it? I mean, putting aside the legal and practical hurdles towards getting to Norway, not least the fact that Norwegians don't want us to do it, to suggest that Norway, the free movement of people, contributions to the European budget, taking regulations we have little if any say over, was what was sold to the British public in 2016 is politically fraudulent, and I cannot believe it's even being advocated.
It doesn't sound like there's any unity even now in Parliament. Stephen Kinnock, look at the divisions that you're expressing even now. How on earth are you going to arrive at some sort of resolution? How are you going to bridge these divides?
Well, bridging the divide is exactly what we need to do, and we know that's one thing a second referendum will not do. We have a deeply divided country, and all that a second referendum will do is drive that wedge even deeper. The Norwegian Prime Minister has confirmed that they are open to the UK joining the European Economic Area. Articles 112 and 113 provide the opportunity for an emergency break. So I think the most important thing is to stick. The most important thing is to stick to the facts. And if we can stick to the facts and stick to the evidence,
I am sticking to the facts.
We'll have the basis for a proper conversation.
Ask the average Norwegian what freedom of movement actually transpires in Norway. Just ask them, Stephen.
Well, the opinion polls in Norway, 70% approval for the EEA membership.
That's not my question. Ask them what it is actually happens when it comes to free movement of people with regards to Norway.
Norway
go to Oslo and see the challenges they face around migration.
Norway is in the Schengen area because they have a common travel area with Sweden, but that's a sovereign choice of the Norwegian Parliament.
But part of the Norwegian model is to have the four freedoms, one of which obviously is the freedom of movement.
That's a sovereign choice. I mean, the emergency brake exists in the EEA agreement. I'm not at all arguing that that's something that could be triggered lightly.
But are you arguing that this form of Brexit was what British public voted for in 2016, Stephen?
Yeah, I think 52-48 is a mandate for moving house.
But it's not about the numbers.
It's a mandate.
It's not about the numbers. It's about the bus.
It's a mandate.
It's about the Turkey accession nonsense. It's about all of the other things that we used to persuade 52% of the British public to vote for Brexit, and you're basically ignoring it. Is that what you're advocating?
No, I'm saying 52-48 is a mandate to move house but stay in the same neighbourhood. Right from the beginning, I felt that 52-48 was a mandate for a soft Brexit. We go back to the common market, and that's what a lot of people are asking for.
Stephen Kinnock, Dr Philip Lee, thank you both very much. Remember